Hi, Jay. This is Sharon with Sister Space. So you're out there walking?
Yeah, just walking into the town of Haskell. I'm on the south end of town. I can see the big courthouse ahead of me. I'll walk through town and just keep on going.
Yeah. So you've March 1st. This is Women's Month, by the way. March is Women's Month, so this is certainly an appropriate day to do what you're doing there, walking toward this prison camp for Susie and the women there. So what's the walk been like so far?
Well, it's been somewhat uneventful. This part of Texas, the Abilene newspaper picked up on my walk. It was back page 7 or something like that, not like front page in San Antonio or front page Houston, so it's not a real big important thing to them, apparently. I did have I got to go through a little bit of a rundown with you, a couple of events that happened, which kind of defines the territory we're walking through. I went to the press conference, and there was nobody at the press conference, so that's okay. We took off, and they caught me about 5 minutes down the road. The newspaper didn't want to do an interview, so we stopped in front of the post office building, and then the TV station caught up with me while I was doing that interview, and while we're outside the post office, this U.S. Marshal comes running out and said, "What the hell are you doing taking pictures of the federal building?"
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, well, that gives you all, it gives everybody an idea of what this part of the country is like. I mean, one is, has it ever become a federal threat that somebody would take a picture of somebody taking a picture in front of the post office? But I guess that's the mentality we're dealing with. Yeah. The night before that, my support team, in the person of John Neck, who's been with me on all of my walks, except for the one in California, he and I went up to Haskell in advance, just kind of take a look at the facility. I'd never seen it, the Haskell prison camp, the county jail. And we pull up, county road. The security guard comes driving up and yelling at us, "Go, get out of here." And I'm saying, "Excuse me?" So he got really mad that I didn't jump in my car and run away. So he goes to reach for his rifle. You know, and this is, and I asked him, I said, wait a minute, am I standing on public property or what? He said, "No, this is private property." I said, "I understand the prison is private property, but this county road, isn't it public property? Is there something that says I can't be on it?" And then he got mad again, and he, went for his rifle again, and I just, that was my introduction to Haskell. So if they treat Americans on the outside that way, imagine what they're doing to innocent people on the inside.
So you think what's going to happen when you get to the?
I had a kindly professional visit by the Haskell County Sheriff. His name is Halliburton, last name. He was coming back from Abilene on some business trip, and he stopped and said hi, introduced himself, and he was very cordial. He was very polite, very professional, and he had the dirty task of telling John and I that we were not permitted to be on the county roads in front of the jail, that the city council had met and decided not to let us be there. The county judge and the county commission decided the same thing, and the people who run the facility don't want us close by. They don't want us, they don't really want the people on the inside to get any hint that anybody on the outside is championing their cause. And so I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I'm not real into civil disobedience. I'm into winning these things by heart and mind and good sound reasoning.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't like to, I have to check into, can they really do that? Can they deny me to walk in front of this county jail? Seems kind of odd. But
now, is this county jail? Is it in the town? It's not in the town itself. Clearly, you're walking beyond it.
It's the northeast end of town.
Northeast end of town.
Yeah.
So it's
and I mean, we drove up there. There's a big detour because they're doing some construction there. So we got there through some meandering roads. It's a prison camp. It's being expanded. They're building on some new buildings to it, so they must be anticipating more overnight business.
Yeah. So you're going to make the decision as you get closer what exactly you're going to be doing.
Yeah, this is kind of spontaneous. I mean, the walk was spontaneous. It's not organized. The people said that they would help generate. See, now I just got. Did you hear that honk?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a honk of solidarity. I'm getting a few of those.
Wow.
People waving, knowing what I'm doing.
Right. Now,
So that's cool.
Are you carrying a banner of any kind or a slogan?
No, ma'am. I'm distinct enough that folks know
who you are.
Who I am, or they're going to find out real quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I also have on the site, on the Sister Space site this month, a fellow by the name of Brian McClure who was felt impressed to design a flag for a universal flag, saying we're all one, and we all should. And it seems to me that we say that in relationship to peace events. We go to peace events and say we're all one, but here you are trying to say it in the very harder places of our world where there is a lot of darker behaviors and attitudes and energies, and you're saying we're all one, and this is not the way we treat each other in that space of being one. And so this is, but it's the same. We are our brother's keeper, and they are our brothers and our sisters.
Well, I accepted the fact a long time ago that there's only one family and there's only one race, the human family and the human race.
Correct.
We have a tendency to divide ourselves up with the surgical scaffold. We want to break everybody down. In our country, I grew up with the question, what nationality are you? Excuse me, I'm an American. That's my nationality, Right. But they want to dissect us. The pressure is so intense that people start coming out with, well, I'm African American, I'm Native American, I'm Asian American, I'm Japanese American, I'm Latin American, I'm all this kind of Arabic Arab American, and what you never. We don't come together when we keep ourselves apart, and certain groups only look after their self-interest. So we're further divided, probably right now as a country, than we ever have been. And I really do feel that it's in the heart of everybody that it really is truly cognizant of what American means. It's that we're the mix. We're the blend of all the diversified representatives of the human family from around the globe. And that's what has made America distinct. And yet that there's this powerful, influential shadow government that is trying to prevent that kind of mix from continuing.
Right. I interviewed two different women who were here in the United States last year from Iraq, and they had been asked the question, "Are you Sunni?" And they were very irate at the concept that there were a division. She said, "We are Iraqis. We have always been Iraqis, and it's only you people, the Americans who have come in, who have started putting labels and causing divisions to happen that have not been there." And they were very, very incensed to have the question even posed, what's your nationality, what's your religion? You're different than someone else, or there is a perceived separation. And I found that very, very telling, and I think it is a heads up for us. If we start to think of ourselves as separate, as different, and follow that line of reasoning, then our value to to one another and our support of one another is gone. So, well, I want to applaud you for what you're doing, and we'll just keep letting people know. And
I do want to share one thing with you, Sharon.
Yes.
This is a part of Texas where they still have prohibition. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of dry counties.
Yes.
They still don't believe people should have a choice when it comes to whether or not to buy some wine or alcohol or whatever. So we're in a tough area when it comes to talking about more freedoms than that. But we're going to try. I think that in the heart of a lot of these people is a lot of goodness, and they will not, once they realize what's going on to these young women here, they're not going to be very tolerant of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to share that a little bit with you about the culture here.
Okay, well, keep on keeping on.
Okay.
And take good care of yourself, okay?
Thanks so much, sir.
You bet. Bye.
Bye-bye.